What is up, YouTube? Sorry for such a delay on the review. I've been busy with school and sports. But without further ado, here's my review on Injustice: Gods Among Us.
You're going home. Then I'm destroying the interdimensional transporter.
It won't stop him from coming over.
It'll buy you time to prepare.
From the makers of Mortal Kombat 9, NetherRealm Studios and WB Games brings you over 20 villains and heroes in Injustice. First thing I did was play the storyline. It made me play as characters I normally wouldn't try out. It really enhanced how I played. The story in Injustice was done beautifully. Only trouble was it got confusing sometimes because it takes place in alternate universes, but if you really pay attention, it's amazing. It's based around Superman taking over the world and making it one Earth government after killing Joker for tricking him to killing Lois Lane, who happens to be carrying his baby. Wait, what?
I gave you peace.
Your peace. Your peace is a joke.
But this turns the DC heroes against each other, and even some villains step up to be the good guys. The story was kinda short and pretty easy. As a fighting game, it did a great job. They really outdid themselves with interactive stages and level transitions. In the stages, there are plenty of objects to interact with. Depending on who you're playing as, you interact with these objects differently. Say you're Bane. Bane would pick it up and throw it. Or say you're Catwoman. She would jump off the walls to either get closer to the enemy or farther away. As you fight, you build up your meter. You can use this meter to enhance your moves, or you can save it up and do a very spectacular super attack. One thing that was added was wager mode. Once per fight, opponents get into a really cool clash. Based on your meter, the winner can either gain health or hurt the enemy based on who started the wager. Next thing I want to talk about are the characters. From the start, all of them are unlocked. You get your regulars like Batman and Superman, but then there's ones like Deathstroke and Cyborg. If you're a fan of DC Comics, you'll really enjoy the roster. Now say you beat the story mode, but you're not so good online, just like myself, there are many other things to do. There are special tournaments. For example, there's one where you lose health slowly, or there's one where you can just battle the villains. But there are so many I can talk about. Okay, you finish all of that. What is there to do? There's this thing called Star Labs. Star Labs, you get to play as different characters in different challenges while learning how the character is controlled. Sometimes there'll be little mini games such as playing as Isis, Catwoman's cat, controlling her to sneak past guards to get into Wayne's Manor. The only problem is you don't start with all the challenges up front. You have to unlock them over time. Time to talk about the controls. You have your basic attacks as well as special ones. One thing that was cool was each character had a power move. On the Xbox, it's the B button. On the PS3, it's the circle button. This power move depends on the character. With Wonder Woman, you switch between your sword and your lasso. Or even with the Flash, you slow down your enemies, making it seem like you're moving faster. Before I wrap up, I want to state the little things that they threw into the game that fans would definitely pick up on. For example, if you string certain moves with Solomon Grundy, he says his chant.
Solomon Grundy! Born on a Monday!
Or even the fact that the voice actor who did Cyborg in this game is the same guy who voiced Cyborg in Teen Titans, the cartoon. In the end though, if you're a fan of DC, Mortal Kombat, you'll really enjoy this game. If you're more of a Street Fighter person, why not just give it a go? If I was to rate it, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's a fun fighter with a great storyline, just minor dislikes, like the shortness of the game, and that I wish that it had more characters. They do come out with many DLCs, but most of them are just skins. They did have one that came out with a new character named Lobo, but that's the only one I've seen so far. Hopefully they come out with some more. Well, that's it. Remember to like and share this video. If you have any suggestions, write it in the comments below. And as for always guys, have a nice day.